welcome back to my channel. So as most of you know, we're expecting baby girl number 2. We have, what day today? So 16 days left till due date. I'm not counting or anything. We're struggling with names. So I thought I'd do a baby girls names video. So our top 10 baby girls names that we love and might be using. So yeah, here we go. So these are in no particular order. There's one or two names that stand out to us, but yeah, it's so good. It's so difficult this time with Eva. Like, her name just stood out, and the other ones didn't. So it was like we had 3 names going in, and when she was born, we just were like, no, she's an Eva, you know. But with this baby, we're like, we have 2 weeks to go. We don't really have a name. So, but these are ones that we like. So one of the first ones we have is Alina. So I love this name. It means bright and beautiful. I was just like, what a beautiful meaning behind a name, and I really like the name Alina. So it would be like Alina Malan. But when I said it to Donnie, he was just like, Magnifique. He's like, people are going to like get her name wrong. People are going to call her like Helena or Elena. So yeah, I was like, okay. So that kind of put me off it just a little bit. I still like it because I love the way you could call her Ali. For short, I thought that was pretty sweet. I've always liked the name Ali. So next on our list is Aria. Now, yes, I love Pretty Little Liars. Yes, that's where the name's from. And yeah, I love it. I think it's so sweet. It's nice and short. I was like, ooh, Aria and Eva. But it's not one of Donnie's favourites. Especially when he turns around and is like, how are you, Aria? And I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't. Yeah. He seems to do that with a lot of the names that I like. He like makes up some rhyme or says something. I'm like, oh. Or he's like, oh, now I know I'm the same. Like, sometimes when you know someone and you're thinking of a baby name and then you're like, yeah, no, I don't want to name the baby after that person. It could be just someone you met years ago, but it still leaves an imprint on your mind. So yeah, you don't realize how many people you don't really like until you're naming a baby. Okay, anyway, so Aria means air or song or melody. So I was just like, that's, yeah, I thought it was pretty. But unfortunately, I'm not too sure if that's one we're going to go for. I still love to use it if we have any more girls. I think it's cute, but yeah, it's a no for now. Heidi. Okay, so this is one that we actually semi-agree on and may use. The others are there in like the background. This is one that we probably will use. So Heidi means of noble birth. And I just think it's really sweet. So if we chose this one, it would be like Heidi Rose Malan. I don't know, I'm just finding it so much more difficult to name this little one. So as much as I like Heidi, and I think it's like, it's not that it's unique, but like, I don't think there's going to be like 4 girls in her class when she's going to school called Heidi, because that's something like, I don't want like a really uncommon name for our little girl, but I don't want one that's super common, that there's going to be like 3 or 4 in the same class. So like, a lot of these names you've probably heard of before, so, but I just don't want to be too out there. But yeah, so be Heidi. I love it. Okay, so next on the list is Esme, and it means beloved. And I love it because Eva means living, and I thought Esme meaning beloved was just so sweet. So I was like, oh, Eva and Esme. But then I was like, oh, that's 2 E names. And I was like, oh, does it go together or is it too much? Is it too many E's? This is one that we both really like as well. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Some names, like this is one of the names that when we've said it to a few people has got a rubbish reception. I know it's not about other people, but you know when people just keep saying it to you how horrible it is, or like it's just like That's some of the comments we were getting. That's a horrible name, it's a crucifixion, it's disgusting, like no joke. They're not from everybody, but now, there we go. I made the mistake of sharing possible names that we like. Don't do it. Don't share your name. Just don't say anything. Like, I know I was so excited to share like some of our names because I was like, oh, you know, it's an exciting time. Tip, don't share your baby names. Just, they can't comment on it once your baby's called that. Like, they're not going to turn around and say, oh, that's a horrible name, you chose your baby as she's lying there. But yeah. So Esme. So it would be Esme Rose Malan. So yeah, I think we're going to go for Rose as a middle name because Eva's middle name is Lily. And I always like the idea of having a Rose and a Lily. So it was like, maybe if we find a little girl, we may use another flower name. I love flower names. Danny, not so much. So I love it. So speaking of flower names, there's some coming right now. So I love the name Rosie. I think it's so cute. I think it's a name that will grow with her and be so sweet as a little baby. So it comes from Rose, the flower. And I was just like, oh. But again, Donnie's not too fond of flower names, so he hasn't said no, but it's one of those names that he's a bit like, about. So yeah, I don't know about that one. And next is another flower name. It's Poppy. I think it's so cute. I actually have an aunt called Poppy. And it's, I don't know, it's only recently in the last like couple of weeks I'm like, oh, you know, Poppy is such a really pretty name. Again, it's from the flower poppy. But I don't know, Poppy Malan. I don't know if it really goes. It's like, I'm so confused, like, when it comes to stuff like that. I'm just like, I hate making decisions, full stop. So I'm like, why is it so hard to name a girl? We have our boys' names. Like, we have 3 boys' names that are like, that's it, like, they're our boys. Not that we're having 3 boys, but there are boys' names that we will definitely be using. But yeah, like this one, Poppy, I'm just like, oh, I like it because it's not, again, it's not too popular, but I'm not sure if I'd call her Poppy. I don't know, like, I'm like 70-30, 70 for yes, but it's, again, it's her name I love. Like, there were so many names that didn't make this list because I like them, but I was just like, I wouldn't call my child that, or it was a bit too out there, or it was extremely popular, so we didn't go with it. So another name that we like is Isabel or Isabella. Now, this is a slightly more popular name, but I don't know, I just really like it. I think, I know, Isabella and Eva, what I like about the name, like, is the meaning. I just think it's so nice. It means pledged to God, and I'm like, like, yeah, what an amazing meaning. It's so sweet. And yeah, also what I like about the name is you can call her Izzy, which I love. I'm like, even Izzy, or she could be called Bella. So she, like, it's a name that really grows, you know, from like baby to like child and all the way up into adulthood. I think it's really sweet. But again, the only thing that has me like not fully for it is the fact that it's becoming quite popular. I think I checked on one of the websites, or on a few websites, and it was in the top 10 for 2018, and I'm like, again, not against anyone who uses a name that's in the top 10, it's just, yeah, I was like, oh, it's a bit too popular, I think. I don't know, let me know down below. Okay, we have, goodness gracious, we've 3 names left, so that was the 7th. Okay, so this is one of my favourites. I absolutely love it. I didn't even really hear it till I love watching Aaron Williams on YouTube, and her little girl is called Adeline, and I just fell in love with it. Then I watched the movie The Age of Adeline, and I was like, oh, it's a beautiful name. It means noble or nobility, and it's just, yeah, I'm just like, even Adeline. And I always said to my husband, I was like, Addie for short. He knew someone called Addie, and again, didn't really, not that he didn't like them, but just, you know, they didn't get on, whatever. So he just doesn't, like, you know, when you, yeah, I know I said it earlier, when you're naming a child, it's so hard to find a name that you like, that maybe you haven't known someone with it from before, or had a bad experience with someone, that you're just like, oh, I can't call my child that. So yeah, but I want to keep this one, like, I love Adeline so much, and I don't know if it's going to be for this baby, but I really want to keep it on the list in case we have a third girl. Goodness, 3 girls. So yeah, so I want to keep that on the list because I think it's one of my favourites. But yeah, obviously you got to be in agreement. Okay, so another one I love is Nora. So Nora with an H at the end. It means woman of honour, and I just think it's such a sweet name, and I know it's a bit like an older name, but I just think it's so sweet. It's quite traditional, so it'd be Nora Rose Malan, and yeah, it's probably, yeah, it's definitely up there, I think. Again, not one of Donnie's favourites. Goodness, there's not any of his favourites on here. I guess I picked my ones. But yeah, so it's a name that we both, well, I liked, he wasn't so keen on it, but I want to keep it on the list. Like, I don't like taking names off lists I really like. Okay, so last one, and I actually had this name for Eva as well. It's funny, I seem to like E names quite a bit. So when we were expecting Eva, we had the name Amelia, and I just spelled with an E, but I love the name Amelia, and it means industrious, and I'm just like, it just, I don't know, I just like the sound of the name Amelia. I just think it sounds so sweet. It's really girly. I love really pretty girly names, and like, yeah, like, I'm a bit of a girly girl, and well, not poor Eva, like, I love dressing Eva in dresses. Now she's a bit of a tomboy, but like, I don't know, I just love really pretty girly names. Like, I don't know, like, I like Daisy as well, but like, just, yeah, really pretty girly names. So yeah, so they're the top, so there are 10 girls' names that we have on our list, and we may be using. I'm just, yeah, I don't know, I have 2 of my favourites on the list, like favourites that are like standing out, and Nani has like 1 that he's really like almost set on, well, 2 that he's almost set on, so it's kind of the same, but we're just so like, will we name her this, will we name her that, and we just keep kind of looking at lists to try to find other names. So comment below and let us know what you think of the names on our list, and also if you have any other suggestions that will go with our second name, which is Malan, so Malan, that would be great. Just, yeah, it might give us some inspiration. I think at this stage we need it because we've only 2 weeks left and she has no name. Anyways, so if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon for my next pregnancy update.